Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 45 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration possibly strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Third and long, it's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
Game long, the pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis. Accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. Now it's gone. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A little too much getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Wesley Woodyard able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Here's Goff now on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Goff on first down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Call. top for Cup. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. They told, remember, it's also third down. Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a third. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL.
Early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, 33 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Solid job. Next, they'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh,
20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go.
Well, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there. Mariota, he'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The pitch to Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And he's in the end zone for a touchdown and a game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing powerful.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right. He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Orakpo coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. On second down, here's Ryan. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold, that hurts the crowd a little bit. But still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Well, indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play. 20-17, same franchise, different city. They were in St. Louis then.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
The CD before this next drive gets going. The Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. Third year in a run. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Now that we sit in the postseason, let's talk about some of these awards we've been hitting on all year, Charles. MVP, what do you think?
Well, I think it's going to come down to Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback at Kansas City, Drew Brees, quarterback New Orleans, and Aaron Donald, the defensive tackle for Los Angeles Rams. I ultimately think that Mahomes wins this award. I think he distanced himself late in the season from Brees, and it's hard for a defender to win the MVP.
Rookie of the year, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, 59 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow.
Someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Myers connects on the PAT. Time for a break. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And an alley to run. Nobody in front. Rashard Matthews. 20. Touchdown, New York. Rashard Matthews, 82 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And you've used a phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. Here's now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but at the 19-yard line. As Seattle makes their way back out here, Charles, let's take a little deeper dive as they go into the offseason, what they need to do. They led the NFL in rushing yards. You talked about it. They ran the football well. Where do they need to improve?
Maybe a little less stubbornness in establishing the run at times, because Chris Carson, their lead back, didn't get started against Dallas. Davis couldn't add a whole lot. Rashad Penny, who was a rookie, he didn't add a whole lot in that one as well. Sometimes you have to let Russell Wilson be the guy and let him throw it around. They'll continue to work on that in the offseason and fortify him with a few more weapons on the perimeter, I believe.
On second down, Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he's got his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
But that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Carson. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. On third down, that's Carson. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darren Lee in there to sack him for a loss. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys are an extra. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. The give is to Elliott. And he's got this one down to the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. A give to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have
games in the playoffs at home that they shouldn't. This is another opportunity with Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
Speaking of losing games in the playoffs, Phillip Rivers and the Chargers 0-7, including the playoffs against New England with Tom Brady at quarterback. Can they stem the tide?
This is their opportunity. No better chance for the Chargers to get it done. As I always say to you, if not now, Chargers, when? Even though it is going to New England.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big run that time. Jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, while we on 1st down, Keenum. And he'll be whipped up around the waist and pushed down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Working from the gun, Keenum. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And now he bowls it over.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are.
Inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can right foot in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The tight end killed his 2nd half. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
He's able to rip off 32. Town of Orlando, Florida, an absolute mess. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald able to get him for a loss of about.
Got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Goes to Ware on the screen. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to...
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are going to take a first call. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was...
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
It's a first down and more for Gordon. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Rivers on first down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the close. Think of them coming down the stretch. The 1-3 start. And we talked about their start last year, too. But is this a team that is being overlooked by others in the NFL right now?
I don't think so. I think that the teams that they're playing know how capable the Vikings are, and they realize that not only is the defense starting to get back to what they were last season, but that Kirk Cousins getting more and more comfortable with the weapons he has at his disposal. I think maybe we in the media on the outside are overlooking them a little bit because they've taken some losses to some significant teams so far this season. But I think down the stretch, you mentioned their start last year. They were 2-2 to start last year. 1-3 this year.
Touchdown, Vikings! Stephon Diggs, 56 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up
For him, and he did.
It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rivers now on second down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Watch 88. Behind.
From the gun, Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Peterson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Flacco and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do snap it. Flacco now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will take over at... So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Gun!
to throw again. Jackson steps away to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now. Dancing to his left. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head.
Let's go.
On third down, Mariota going underneath for Lewis. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, 59 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
With the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense.
That's caught inside the 20. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown.
Michael Thomas, 37 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Chicago gets ready to set up shop again on offense. Mitch Trubisky, obviously a young quarterback. Tight end so important for those guys. Adam Shaheen, week 2 of the preseason, went out with an injury, carted off.
And they need him in a big way because they like to run the football. He's a big body tight end that's learning to be a better blocker. So they look forward to his return. But remember, they acquired Trey Burton in the offseason. He of the Philly Special fame in the Super Bowl, who's such a versatile player. And remember, head coach Matt Nagy, he coached Travis Kelce in Kansas City. He can do many of the same hit.
Running with Howard. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hurry, hurry.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Bears are in for 6. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the... On 3rd down, it's Coleman. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. The kick, the field goal.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
With nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Well, hey, we got to get in the AFC Week 1 talk. We talked about the NFC and what to look forward to on their schedule, but there's some great AFC games as well.
And many people believe the AFC West is as good a division as there is in the NFL. How about this for an opener? The Kansas City Chiefs headed to take...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 84 yards.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Isn't that the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, let's go!
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Stop made there by Julius Peppers.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. It got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, 78 yards. And the Titans are an extra.
That's it. 180.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort.